Welcome to Streaming News Network, where we deliver balanced reporting with the facts that matter. This edition is hosted by Claude McDaniel. Please like and subscribe.
This is Claude McDaniel and this is Streaming News Network. We begin with our first report. California craft beer pioneer Stone Brewing is scaling back operations in Escondido, California, as new ownership begins moving production to other facilities. The transition is expected to impact hundreds of employees, with layoffs beginning at several Escondido locations. The company says production of Stone Brewing's beers will continue, but manufacturing will gradually shift to breweries in Paso Robles, California, and Kansas City, Missouri. Stone Brewing, founded in 1996, became one of the most recognized names in the American craft beer movement. However, changing consumer trends, industry challenges, and the impact of the pandemic have placed pressure on many independent breweries nationwide. The company's new owners say they are working to support affected employees during the transition, while also planning to hire some Stone workers for positions in hospitality, sales, and marketing. Another major Southern California food company, Bumblebee Foods, is also preparing for significant layoffs as it plans to close a production facility in the coming years. This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network, delivering the latest news with unbiased analysis. This is Streaming News Network. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is publicly apologizing after audio recordings from her time in prison resurfaced online, allegedly containing racial slurs and offensive comments. In a statement posted August 21, Blanchard acknowledged using racist and hurtful language, saying there was no excuse for her words and taking full responsibility for them. Some of the recordings reportedly involve conversations with her former husband, Ryan Anderson, and family members. One circulating clip allegedly includes comments about her sister Mia Blanchard's relationship with Andre Pittman, who is black. Blanchard also apologized directly to her sister and Pittman, saying she understands that forgiveness is not something she is entitled to and that they have the right to establish their own boundaries. Blanchard served 7 years in prison for her role in the killing of her mother, Claudine Blanchard, before her release. She says the statements from her past do not represent who she is today, but acknowledges that meaningful change must be demonstrated through her actions over time. This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network, delivering the latest news with unbiased analysis. This is Streaming News Network. Authorities in Worcester, Massachusetts, are searching for Karen Solomon after her husband, 57-year-old Worcester police officer Kurt Solomon, was found dead at their home Tuesday morning. Police Chief Paul Saucier says an arrest warrant charges Karen Solomon with assault and battery involving a dangerous weapon and serious bodily injury. Investigators consider her armed and dangerous, although Kurt Solomon's service weapon was reportedly still at the residence. Police say the officer's injuries involved a sharp object. Authorities have not released a possible motive. Emergency dispatch recordings indicate responders were sent to the home shortly after 5:30 Tuesday morning following a report of a man down in the backyard. Responders reported seeing blood inside the house. A vehicle registered to the couple was also reported missing, and investigators later focused their search around Coe's Reservoir. Police have used divers, dogs, sonar, helicopters, and other equipment in the search. Kurt Solomon served more than 3 decades with the Worcester Police Department and was an Army veteran and father of 2. Authorities are urging anyone with information about Karen Solomon's whereabouts to contact police. This is Streaming News Network. Psychologists are examining a subtle behavior they call self-alienation, the growing gap between how a person genuinely feels and how they present themselves to others. The pattern can involve constantly adjusting your opinions, avoiding conflict, minimizing accomplishments, or saying you do not mind when you actually do. Research suggests that repeatedly behaving according to outside expectations rather than personal feelings can be associated with lower self-esteem, anxiety, and a sense of disconnection from yourself. One analysis involving 75 studies and more than 36,000 participants found a strong relationship between authenticity and overall well-being. Experts describe these behaviors as small acts of self-betrayal. Individually, they may seem insignificant, but repeated over many years, they can become a deeply ingrained pattern. The good news is that change does not necessarily require a dramatic transformation. It can begin with small steps, expressing a genuine preference, speaking more honestly, or allowing a little discomfort instead of immediately trying to make everything easier for everyone else. The goal is not to become louder or less considerate. It is to bring your outward life into closer alignment with who you really are. This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network, delivering the latest news with unbiased analysis. This is Streaming News Network. An Arkansas woman has been sentenced to 20 years in state prison after admitting she repeatedly shot her former boyfriend in November of 2024. 38-year-old Rebecca Jane Mryglod pleaded guilty August 18 to first-degree domestic battery in Cleburne County. Authorities say officers responding to the shooting found the victim being loaded into an ambulance, covered in blood and screaming in pain. Investigators later recovered a handgun approximately 100 yards from the home. According to court documents, Mryglod told investigators she and the man had previously broken up, but she had moved back into the residence to help him deal with what she described as his spiritual struggles. Police say she purchased the handgun 3 days before the shooting and had been practicing with it. Investigators allege Mryglod later told them she wanted her former boyfriend dead because she was tired of helping him. She was originally charged with attempted first-degree murder, first-degree domestic battery, and simultaneous possession of drugs and firearms. Several charges were dropped as part of the plea agreement. Mryglod was credited with 648 days already spent in pretrial detention. This is Streaming News Network. A Philadelphia actor is speaking out after confronting a man wearing a Chucky-style Halloween mask who police say allegedly chased and frightened pedestrians near City Hall. Jamka Wilson says she had just stepped off a trolley on August 12 when she noticed the masked man approaching a woman who appeared distracted by her phone and earbuds. Wilson shouted a warning, and the woman escaped. Police say the suspect then allegedly chased another person carrying a box toward a nearby coffee shop. Wilson says the masked man then pursued her. Rather than continue running, she turned around, prepared to defend herself, and noticed what appeared to be a phone in his hand. Wilson then kicked the man in the chest, saying he appeared surprised by her response. The actor, a graduate of the former University of the Arts, says her stage combat training helped her react during the encounter. Philadelphia police have identified the suspect as Zymire Hughes and say they are seeking him in connection with the incidents. Police say a 40-year-old jogger was also allegedly chased and injured after the suspect reportedly asked her, "Are you ready to die?" Wilson has a message for the man, "They're gonna find you." This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network, delivering the latest news with unbiased analysis. This is Streaming News Network. A 63-year-old grandmother from New York City who disappeared while visiting Las Vegas has been found dead near Harry Reid International Airport. Police identified the woman as Elisa Goods, who was visiting a friend in Las Vegas after traveling from Brooklyn. Authorities say security camera footage from August 8 appears to show Goods falling down an embankment before collapsing in an area that could not be seen from the nearby roadway. Her body was discovered Thursday in a drainage ditch near an airport parking structure after someone reported seeing a body. Goods' family had previously said she was heading to a pharmacy when she disappeared. After her disappearance, relatives reportedly received messages from someone using her phone number requesting money through Bitcoin or Cash App. Police believe those messages may have been sent by scammers using technology to make the messages appear to come from Goods' number. Investigators said they did not initially believe she was in danger. Authorities said the identification of the remains was preliminary and that the cause and manner of death were not immediately available. Goods' family says they are heartbroken and grateful for the public support during the search and aftermath. I'm Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network. This is Streaming News Network. Andrew Garfield is admitting that he regularly thinks about walking away from Hollywood and living a quieter life. The 43-year-old actor has spent much of the past year working on a series of projects, including The Magic Faraway Tree, The Uprising, and Artificial. In a recent interview, Garfield was asked whether he has considered leaving his career in the public eye. His answer was simple: all the time. Garfield said he has worked nearly a full year on back-to-back productions and understands that promoting those projects is part of the job. But given the choice, he said he would prefer to live a much more private life in the countryside. The Amazing Spider-Man star also said his priorities have changed. Rather than focusing primarily on career achievements, he now wants a better quality of life, stronger relationships with family and friends, and a healthier relationship with himself. Garfield previously took a career break after several major films and later returned to the screen in the romantic drama We Live in Time. For now, however, his acting career continues, with The Magic Faraway Tree currently in theaters. I am Claude McDaniel for Streaming News Network. Thank you for watching and staying informed.
Thank you for viewing Streaming News Network videos and also short and special reports. Please like, subscribe, and tap the bell to be notified of additional reports.